Yes.
Sir, who are you?
I am J.P. Cormier, and this is String Theory, Wednesday night. Chris Coote.
Happy Wednesday.
Brought on the stage by Calvin Vollrath, who just was inducted into the Hall of Fame out west a few days ago. Wicked Calvin. Welcome. Holy shit, we've been away from this for a while.
Where have you been?
Well, let me tell you.
You've been everywhere, man?
Everywhere. But you know what? It's still good to say welcome
to
String Theory. Here's John and Chris and Ginger. It's so good to be back. So good.
Were you gone?
So, I was out for 61 days, 32 shows. I will never, ever do that again. Ever.
Till next year.
No. Never. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm going to stay here with my String Theory people and the lovely Ginger and my brother Chris and everyone else.
What about Jack and Jill?
With Jack and Jill and Betty and Ronnie.
Yeah.
And everyone else can just take a long, relaxing vacation from me being on tour.
Exactly. Cheers. Good to have you back.
Your hand
Missed
smells
you.
like ass.
Yeah. I just walked Arlo.
Oh, great. So let's say hello to our sponsors. Thank you very much to Boucher Guitars, Levy's, G&G, Citadel Music. G&G Music, we're having a big Boucher clinic down there on April the 28th, I think it is.
The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town. And let me just double check that, boys. I'm sorry.
It's okay with that.
April the 28th, yes, at the Claymore Inn. Citadel Music in Halifax, Reed's Music, Mount Pearl, Newfoundland, Brickhouse Guitars, K&K, Gallagher Recording, King Alvarez, Jerry, Yamaha, Canada, James Martin Instruments in Ireland, Cody Guitars, right here, local, D'Addario Canada, The Arc, Apollo Picks, Epiphone, Gibson, Close Guitars, Blue Chip Picks, Tone Slab, LR Bags, Maestro Hosen Guitars from Singapore, and here's big news, 3 new partners, George Crackett.
George the Kraken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Release the Crackett. Wicked single bench builder I met in Schenectady, New York on this trip. I have one of his guitars here. It's going to be reviewed. He only builds about 5 or 6 guitars a year. The guy is stellar. And also Blackwood Guitars up in Ontario, another Canadian builder. This guy is renowned among a very small elite circle of players. Same thing, he builds about 10, 12 guitars a year. He just came on board as one of those coming here at the end of the month. And lastly, but not least, a very, you guys might kind of freak about this one a little bit.
A lot of letters there.
The Nova Scotia SPCA has come on board because if anybody knows me, they know I love animals. And there's going to be a lot of opportunity this year to generate charity funds. And rather than anything else I could think of, the SPCA is where I want to put that money. And with, what do you have, like, things?
Sake?
Oh, God. It's so good.
Are you enjoying that right now?
We're enjoying this right now.
That's some good.
So that leads me to my next announcement is many people.
Many.
I mean
Not
a lot.
just a few.
At least 20 or 30 people saw the review on this guitar. This is the Amazon guitar.
It was tuned when you bought it.
this instrument I reviewed on the channel, and I mean it's funny. It's a $500 guitar.
Yeah, but it's got all the whistles
and
all the
I'm
bells.
not going to keep it because I don't need it. But so what we're going to do tonight? There have been so many people ask me to buy this thing that we're going to auction it tonight.
Nice.
So the starting price of the guitar is $800 because I paid $5 and then I took it to Doug Sampson. Doug Sampson.
Ruined my night.
He ruined my life because he retired.
Got a drink.
And so there's a whole neck setup, fret dress, everything, and a K&K pickup installed in it. That was another $300. So I want to get one.
And it got Doug Sampson.
And it's got Doug
got the
Sampson.
full treatment.
Yes. So we're starting at $800, and if you want to bid on this guitar, put it in the comments. Megan will keep track of who has the highest bid at the end of the night tonight. We'll announce the winner, and we'll ship the guitar to you. Hopefully you're not in Botswana.
Or Timbuktu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so there you go. And that money, all of it, every dime of it, is going to the SPCA.
Cats and dogs.
Yes, sir.
And gerbils.
So that's awesome.
And guinea pigs.
Um,
And snakes.
we've been away so long that first of all, I just want to also say while we're here that this channel has been a treasure for us. These past 3 yes, Jack.
Yeah, thank you,
These
Jack.
past 3 years has been magic. Yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
And it was unbelievable how many people came to all these 32 shows that were part of this family.
This circus here.
Yeah, like it didn't matter where I was. 10% of the audience, if there was 400 people,
Yeah.
there was 40 people in the audience when I walked on the stage yelling "Connect!"
Nice.
It was nuts.
Nice.
Like there's so many people right across the country. Like there was nowhere we went where I didn't meet someone. And I gave a lot of people hugs and handshakes and
You?
yeah, and complete strangers, but I knew them from here.
Right.
Right? So I want to thank all the String Theory people and all the JP Cormier channel people, the subscribers that came out to all the shows. In February, we broke our own record, 1.7 million minutes watched in February.
What?
We broke the record by 400,000 minutes.
That's retarded.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Wow.
So I just want you all to know that it matters that you're with us, and it matters that you're paying attention, and that you're fueling my desire to keep this going.
But you just said you're never going to do that again.
I'm not talking about touring. I'm talking about this.
Oh.
This is a different. This is a different. Look, save the bees or else.
Okay.
Save them. Save them.
Save them.
So,
Save them!
Save them! So, yeah, it was an incredible run. Just not only because of that, but the new album, me and Day's new record, is really good, and people are loving it. And Jake Lozon played bass for us the whole run.
Jake the Snake.
Guy's a fucking monster musician, just an incredible player. So last thing I need you to do. You've already done this for George Crackett, but all the guys, okay, out there that love handmade guitars, because you're gonna see one of these things end of the month. Reach out to Ted, my buddy Ted at Blackwood Guitars. Just drop him an email, so he can get up in the morning and go, oh shit.
Uh-oh.
I
What is about to befall me?
I should have rethought this.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there. Like I know my guitar heads, and I know that a lot of you probably already know about Blackwood. Anna Ludlow plays one. Mm-hmm. He's been approached by people like who's the guy from Blue Rodeo? Jim Cuddy wanted one. Like there's been he's one of those. The other thing about him too that's amazing that I haven't even gotten into, and then we'll go on to the questions, is that he runs a school of luthier.
What part of Ontario is he in?
Mallorytown, I think, is where he's at.
Which is just geographically, where's it close to?
I'm not sure.
Northwest Upper Armpit, Ontario.
It's up past Kingston, Ottawa region
Okay.
area.
Yeah.
But he also runs a school of lutherie, right? So he has a course where you go in and you build a guitar.
Wow.
6 people at a time. He six benches, dedicated benches. Each guy gets his own bench, goes in, builds a guitar on a Blackwood design guitar. Doesn't put the Blackwood name on it, but you walk out of there
with the guitar
with
that you
a
built.
handmade guitar you made that he taught you how to do. And he even has an apprenticeship program for people that show tons of promise. He has I think it's a 4-month apprenticeship program that you can pay to go in, where you actually help build his guitars, right? And this is amazing because it's not being done. And he was taught by Sergei de Jong, right? And it's just not being done. Nobody's doing that that I know of in Canada, except him. So there's another thing that's awesome about Blackwood. He makes fantastic guitars, but if you want to learn to actually build a guitar yourself from a master luthier, there you go. And he only has a limited number of spots per year, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. He's a good dude. I've been talking to him back and forth all day, and he's funny. He's a funny guy too.
Funny or funny?
Well, a little bit of both.
Okay.
I mean, he's
all right.
Funny. But
He's not watching right now, though.
yes, he is.
Uh-oh.
But that's all right.
Yeah.
Anyhow, there's the report. I mean, there's a lot more shit that happened. So many things. So many people I saw.
Some shit went down.
Jim Waller came to see me early on in the tour when I was alone on my solo leg. He brought us gifts, which we were supposed to bring over. I forgot. But he brought me and Megan these gigantic Yeti cups for the show, right? Like, and just things like that. People did that the whole...
Really? Really? More? So necessary?
Did the whole thing.
Yeah.
Why are you stirring that with a... Is that a bamboo?
No, it's a piece of sugar cane.
Really?
Yeah, really. Yeah, you got it now. Yeah, baby. Tell me how that tastes. It's a green monster. First time on the channel, green monster.
Damn.
Damn.
Danger.
Danger, Will Robbins. Here, Ginger.
No,
you right.
Working in the morning.
Check.
Right. So, the first Kirsten after 800 years goes to...
After 25,000 miles.
Yeah, it's a super chat from Stephen Baker.
Oh,
Stephen Becker,
Sudsy.
who I also we also saw
You
him
saw us?
West.
Sudsy.
Yeah.
He did four shows with us.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I nearly had a heart attack when I saw him walk up to the car. I
Yeah, we
thought I was
managed to keep it a
dead.
secret. It
I
was
thought I had died. I was like, oh, Stephen Baker's God.
you called me. You're like, do you know that Stephen Baker's here? I'm like, yeah.
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 Everyone
Swi-
but you knew he was coming.
Sweden just shot him out their butt.
Yes, they did. Yes. He was propelled forward with a great burst of Swedish gas.
He came through a Swedish wormhole.
Yeah, a wormhole, all right.
Yeah, it was more like a manhole.
A manhole, yeah. What does Stephen say?
He says, it's been so long, I feel like I've aged a whole year. Welcome back, nice shirts.
Thank you. Next.
I sent that before he saw you.
Well, I've been waiting to say that for 2 months.
Next.
Next. Good. Next.
Super chat from Jamie Reed.
Jamie Reed.
Hey, Jamie.
Boys, thank God you're back. Thought I was going to have to buy a new guitar or yo-yo or something to keep me entertained.
Yo. It wouldn't be more entertaining.
You know,
and required more
sometimes we
skill.
can just have 2 yo-yos and just sit here for an hour doing this.
Yeah.
Can you do walk the dog? Walk the dog.
Oh, walk the dog. I
Swing
remember
the
that
cradle.
one.
Fucking all
I could
that.
never
I used to
any
do
of
those.
things.
That's funny. Of course you did.
Way too much green monster. Where the hell that was there?
Super chat from Colin Dolan.
Colin Dolan, all the way from Ireland.
Yep.
He said, great to have you back.
Love you, man. Thank you.
All the names is like,
I know. It's like family.
yeah, I missed that.
Yep.
Yeah. I got a super chat from Ian Rossiter.
Ian Ross, another guy that showed up at the Stang workshop in Edmonton.
Yeah.
What a monster player.
What's that guy look like anyway? Is he
He
an
looks
old,
like a freaking
crabby old
Hollywood's movie star.
guy? What?
Oh, yeah, he's badass. Badass.
How old is he?
102. Same age as me. Love you, Ian.
He says, I still have your scent on me coat. So
Scent on me
Your
coat.
Your
Your scent on me
Did you
coat.
piss on his
Best
leg?
birthday in a while.
What else? Holy shit.
Edmonton. He
Yeah.
must be a pretty rough cat.
He's working his ass off.
Yeah.
He's got like 30 gigs. Different gigs.
Wowza.
Oh, yeah. He plays himself. He plays with a band. He plays rock. Plays country. He plays nuts.
Isn't he also like an EMT?
Yes, he's an EMT. He's a
Oh,
paramedic.
in his spare time.
In his spare time
Yeah,
to save
yeah,
people's
yeah.
lives.
Is he like Clark Gable or Harrison Ford?
Harrison
kinda?
Ford.
He's a Harrison
All
Ford.
the way.
All
yeah.
right.
He's Indy Jones.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Indy Jones with a Mandy Jones.
Mandy Jones.
Mandolin Jones. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mandy Jones.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I should also quickly, while we're doing this, as I forgot, but it won't take me just a second. But there was a couple of questions on the channel
All right.
that I wanted to go over. Tank Sahinaglu
What now?
Tank.
saw the FGX5 review and asked me how they compared to a Yamaha A5R, which is an A Series 5 Rosewood, the highest level that you can get. So the answer to that question, I picked this one because it's very interesting because they're completely different. The FGX5 is a satin finish, handmade. It's a handmade guitar. They're from the shop in Japan, but they're completely different. They're just completely different. The A5R is finesse out the yin yang, like poly finish. Nitro finish.
Nitro finish.
Or a very tiny thin poly finish, but it's super high end gloss finish. The highest grade of rosewood, Sitka top, tone top. Everything about it is different. The whole design is different, even the headstock. So, and as far as I'm concerned, like when you get a Yamaha that has a gloss finish from at that level, that super high level, you're going to have a guitar that's going to last forever. And the satin finish guitars, I don't think satin finish guitars last quite as long as any satin finish guitar. They tend to have a bit more vulnerability to elements, humidity, whatever, right? Although mine has shown none, but that doesn't mean in 25 years that you won't start to see a little bit of humping and bellowing, where the gloss finish guitar that comes off the bench is like just pristine still, all right? And then the second question, Car 5 Car said, very high blood pressure. Stop eating meat and sugar and study healthy nutrition, or else. So my comment to you is, so I can tell you another thing that makes you really healthy is minding your own fucking business. And also is very good for my blood pressure. Love you.
So
Connect.
just wait. No, don't move on so fast. Just to review. Can you just review that one more?
No, I've said my piece. I've said my piece. All my people live into their 90s. Kiss my
High
ass.
blood pressure.
Yeah, you think. All right, go ahead. I'm like a fucking dirigible waiting to pop.
You're like this Graf Zeppelin over there.
Like the Hinden.
Hovering over the mooring.
I'm like
mast.
the
Oh, the humanity.
I'm like the Hindenburg without the flames.
Yeah.
Connects.
Highlighted chat from Ralph Prosha.
That's new.
Not even a little
Ralph
bit.
Brosha.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, sorry. Yes.
He's been a master guitar head for 2 years.
Sweet.
I've never met a
He's
musician.
had nothing to do for the past 2 years.
I've never met a
Neither have
musician
I.
that I have not learned something from, both good and bad. Thank you for 2 years of knowledge. God bless the East.
Sweet.
Hey,
Thank you.
the East.
Thank you. Next.
Highlighted chat from Mr. Jeff Gallant.
Jeff Gallant.
He's been a member for 32 months.
Brother Jeff.
Wow. 32 months.
Yeah, I know, right?
32 months of nothing to do.
Debauchery.
How are my clams? No answer, as usual.
Are there any bids on the guitar yet?
Yeah, Stephen Baker bid.
Right. So you don't say anything, don't see who's ahead, but just keep track of who's got the highest bid as we go along.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you would.
As you would.
As I do, as I am.
Here, finish that, would you?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, so Jeff says, just popped on to say hi and love you guys. Miss you, even Chris.
Hey,
Even Chris.
Steve. Wow. Warmed the cockles of my little cockle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hurdles of my, the cockles of my, yeah. Go ahead. Connect.
Super chat from Stephen Baker.
Stephen Becker.
Sudsy?
He's commenting on your up-close mic drinking. Chris slurps like a champ. He can visit anytime.
Oh, wow. Wow. Weak
Lowbrow.
Weak bubbles.
Some lowbrow.
weak bubbles in that tub there tonight.
And I'm
right?
drinking a nice can of Boxing Rock Puck Off.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can just puck right off
Puck
there,
right
Sudsy.
off.
Yeah.
All right.
A super chat from Blair Svensson.
Hey,
Blair
Swanson.
He says, tour highlights?
I don't know. It is, to be completely honest with you, I mean, I love the tour and I love playing with the boys and stuff, but it was just way too long. And it's, the last 6 shows I just phoned my part in. I was so tired and worn out, and my throat went, because the parts on this record are so fucking high that you need to have vice grips on your nutsack to sing them. And it was after 25, 24 shows, I was just give out. We all were, I think, at the end. It was so long. And I just don't do that anymore. Yeah. I haven't done a tour like that in 10 years. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's not necessarily, I'll say something seriously here. Being on tour is, unless you've actually done it, and you lead that life,
yeah,
you don't know how intensely difficult it is. And
incredible.
There's 2 sides to it.
Yeah.
If you look at what you guys do, and you and Dave and Jake, you go out, you say, how hard can it be? You're going to a different place each night. People are coming just to see you. They're clapping. They want to see you. You're making their night. You know, oh, poor babies. You got to go out and do that and have people cook you dinner, and, you know, they love to see you.
Right.
But the reality of doing that on the road as a grind, day after day after day, and the driving and the setting up and the tearing down, the sound checking, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. When you especially that one. You guys pulled a long haul.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
and as nice, as great as it is, and as wonderful as it is also very draining.
People don't understand just how big this continent is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking
ridiculous. And you drive it every time.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How big this. I mean, we left St. Cloud, Minnesota on the morning after the gig and drove 40 hours to get home. Straight.
Dummies.
We didn't stop. We couldn't.
You booted Jake out. You'll slow down to 80 to boot Jake out.
It was the way that things fell. Yeah. There was no point in stopping. We couldn't stop. We had to cross the border.
Yeah. Then
it was too late to get a room. Then we had to drop off Jake. It was too late to do that. It was just like, we got to keep going. And that's the way that this works, right?
And add to it, you guys are doing all the driving.
Yeah.
You're not in a tour bus with a driver where you're in your bunk sleeping or
if I had a tour bus and a guy driving and a road manager, I wouldn't even give a shit. I'd stay out forever.
Yeah.
But when you got to drive 16 hours to get to the next gig and you've only got 2 days to do it, 1 day off and 1 day is a show day, buddy, you're in trouble.
Yep.
And you're getting up on stage dehydrated with not the proper food,
not slept,
horrible, no sleep. It's just ridiculous. And I'm 54 years old. I don't give a shit about it anymore. I just don't. We'll take the gigs that come in that pay the right amount of money, and the rest of the time I'm just as happy as being here and doing this. Cause this.
But the wonderful part is you get to meet.
I'll never. I mean, I'm never going to get tired of that. Like, we're doing a run in May down through the States again, and I'm going to love it. It's because it's not that long. It's only 5 or 6 shows, and then a couple of weeks of travel, and I get to be in the U.S., which I love.
It's too bad you don't know somebody or some way that you could do your flying economically to get around.
It would be a problem to carry gear and stuff.
Because no one flies anymore.
Yeah, like you got a plane.
Shut the hell up. It's a nice cold glass of shut the hell up, moron.
Oh my God, that's good.
I know, right?
That's so good.
It's like my least favorite noise in the world. Makes me very stabby.
He's very stabby. Next.
A super chat from Jim Waller.
Jim Waller. Thank you, buddy.
brother.
I love this man. He's a great guy. Just the most incredible guy.
I don't care what you've said about him in the past. He is a great dude.
What's he saying?
He says, an IBG J45 just popped up here. $500 with case.
What?
I'm going to play it, but it seems like a steal. Are the pickups any good, or should I plan to put a K&K in it?
You should definitely pull out the bullshit that's in there. Because it's Fishman and it's fucking
Goat
garbage.
bag that's in there.
Yeah, pull out that marmoset sack that's in under the saddle, and put a K&K in there, or better yet, even call Roger Schmidt at Brickhouse Guitars and get an SGI, because I love them just as well as K&K, and they sometimes top K&K in some ways.
It can depend on the instrument.
It depends on the instrument.
Yeah.
But if you want a darker, warmer, fatter sound, go with the SGI. If you want the tried and true, gonna cut through anything, K&K is the way to go. There's so many great choices now, and there's another pickup coming out this year that I'm under embargo. I still can't see who has it, but there's another sensor pickup coming out this year that I've tried that blew my head off. That's coming this year, so that's another option. So yeah, but for now, your K&K, your SGI from Brickhouse Guitars, they're both $100 pickup. Just do it. Pull out the Fishman. I've pulled every Fishman out of every IBG I've ever owned. Ripped them out.
I have a whole box of Fishman pickups.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of dead worms. It's about the same value too. Okay, next.
A little bit harsh. There's a question from the Michael Edition.
The Michael Edition. This has got to be.
Edition.
I know that's new.
It's new, right?
I think I've seen him before, but he's not on too much.
First time caller, long time listener?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. He says, could I get a shout out for Joel W. I don't know who that is. For his birthday today. He's a huge fan of yours.
Hey.
Maybe you should play it on the guitar you're auctioning off.
Yeah. Joel W.
I should tune this up to standard.
I love the mother of toilet seat in there.
This thing is dried up, which is normal for this time of year. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, what's his name?
Joel W.
Joel W. Happy birthday to you. It does work.
There you go. There you go, Joel. Happy birthday.
Get her humidified when you pick her up. She's dry. Everything is dry right now, even with the room. We got
Stick us on McGregor. The heat pump.
Yeah.
The heat pump.
It's working well now, though. Everything's getting healthy again. But we need some more humidity in here. But yeah, it's good. It's good. And happy birthday to Joel. Next.
Super chat from Stephen Baker.
Stephen Becker.
Who? Gray lady down.
The Titanic, is your arse end up in one out of the water? Can we see your propellers if we look? Are all the screws sticking up out of the water? There?
The little tiny screw.
The stern, the little tiny screw. Yeah.
Big dick.
Next. Yeah, go, Steve.
Steve,
Yes,
what? Steven? What?
He says, Jake played a very interesting bass on the tour. Can you tell us about it? Pros and cons. Should I buy one for my son?
It's a Steinberger.
Don't.
Oh, yeah.
Don't.
Oh, man. That's the best friggin' bass I've ever heard.
Don't.
Why?
Because they're the worst sounding bass in the world.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
I totally disagree.
Well, we can disagree and
Totally
agree to
disagree. That's the best live bass, upright bass sound I've ever heard. Yeah, sorry, but fuck him. He doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, it's a great bass. And if you can buy one, buy it. But they're not cheap. They're about $3,000. And there's a reason why they are. The only drawback to that bass is not the bass. It's the stand. The stand is a piece of shit. Like, it was a brand new stand. It broke on the tour. He had to get bolts replaced, handles replaced.
You get what you pay for $3,000.
Well, the bass is fine if you want to sling it over your shoulder like an electric guitar. But the tripod is a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. But the bass, holy crap. Yeah, well, you can do what you want. But it was still, I mean, ask Gunning. He'll tell you the same things. The best upright sound I've ever heard live.
That's probably
Ever.
Jake.
Could be, but I doubt it. I mean, it's
I doubt it.
yeah, it's the bass.
I doubt it.
Next! Fuck him, he's out of here.
It's probably Jake. I doubt it. That was good.
Love you, Jake.
That's harsh.
I got 2 months of vitriol that has to come out. Give her. Fishman sucks, Martin sucks. Okay, let's go.
You haven't yelled into a camera in too long, apparently.
I went to the Martin factory on this tour.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
And?
I played 5 guitars, and none of them were playable. Not one of them was playable. The strings were laying on a fretboard, couldn't be tuned, couldn't be played. Like, what is wrong with you fucking guys? Anyhow, sorry.
Tell us how you really feel.
Martin really pisses
Don't hold
me
back.
off. Yeah, sorry. But anyhow. Get next.
A question from the Coal Mine Canary.
The coal mine canary. Just in time.
I'm just watching the delay. Oh, sorry. This is getting out of control. But I love it. I'm so glad to be back with you guys. Okay, what was that? Canary shit what?
You got completely off the rails.
Oh, of course.
Oh, no, wait for it.
Wait for it.
We're still on one rail.
Yeah, we still got one wheel on.
Yeah. Okay.
He said, they say, JP, loudest triple O mahogany acoustic, no more than $2,000.
Ooh. Loudest mahogany triple O. Yamaha. No more than 2,000. Well, it would have to be a Yamaha.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeri would be a close second, but they're too high.
Yeah.
Like my OM, my 50-year-old hog, hog, everything, top, back, and sides, they're over $2,000. So you're probably looking at, I know what it is right now. It's the FS3, the small body, red label, mahogany.
It's a Canon.
It's a Canon.
Yeah.
And they cost
nothing.
$1,700 or not even that.
Yeah.
14 or 15.
I think it's around. I thought they were around $1,200.
Yes, and they come with the Acoustophile pickup system, which is amazing. It's a mic piezo combo, proprietary to Yamaha. So that's what I'd tell you to do: is either the FS3 or the FS5. And the FS5 won't even get you to 2,000. It'll be $1,900 Canadian. So I don't know where you are. If you're in the States, it's even less. But
you will have it for your entire life.
Yeah, you will. Yeah. You can't beat them.
No.
They're just absolutely stellar guitars.
Jack, what is up with Jack tonight?
He's got a lot of horking.
He's
and,
licking his feet and choking on the dirt, I think.
Yeah, he's hawking and horking. And,
Poor buddy.
yeah.
All right.
But that's a definite. That's where I'd steer you for that price point. Yeah. For solid mahogany, like really great quality mahogany, a guitar that's just so well made.
Yeah.
Like you can't beat it. And if you want to step up a little bit above that, go with the Yeri, with the Honduran mahogany, all top, back, and sides mahogany. It's about 23 or 25 or something like that Canadian, and they're deadly. I got one here. It's one of the best guitars that I own. And then if you want to go higher than that, you're looking at Boucher.
Yeah.
For the best OM mahoganies in the world.
The Yamaha
right?
would last you a lifetime.
It would.
Like,
hey buddy.
Planted at campfires even.
Yeah.
The Yeri is...
He knows what I'm talking about him.
Is close to an heirloom instrument.
It is, yeah.
Right?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
These are... Like, I mean, even the Yamahas...
Close.
I always say these guitars will end up in your will.
Yeah.
because they would.
Yeah, you'll pass them down.
Like these guitars, I have them here. I've had them. I've never even thought of selling them because there's just no way. I don't want to turn them loose because they get better every year, and I've had them out on the road. It's just like So you got Yamaha. Next level is Yeri. Boucher. And like if you want to go crazy, like after that you've got George Bill's Mahoganies, Blackwood Bill's Mahoganies. James Martin uses mahogany, and he's a great option too because he's not that expensive for a single bench builder. You could probably get a wicked triple O or OM body mahogany from James Martin in Ireland for $3,000 or $4,000, right? So there's just so many. There's so many great builders right now. Gallagher, another one. They're ragtime. I think that's what they call that small body. They do mahogany in that. It's deadly. But it gets up there. It's $4,000 or $5,000 US, but incredible. But there's just so many choices right now. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Not a lot of effort there, Coop.
Save the bees.
Or else. Fuck off. Okay, go ahead.
Buddy.
What is going on?
He's getting in a lot of difficulty.
He's choking on something.
You alright, Jackie?
There's something in his nose.
Poor Jacko. He's 11. Poor buddy.
The little bup-ups.
He was on the road with me for 5 years, that dog. Traveled all over this continent. All over the continent. Great little buddy. Aren't you, pal? Hey? He's just standing there looking at us. Okay, next.
Sort of a comment from Charles Wilson.
Charles Wilson, back again.
Hey JP, love the new album, but you didn't hang anyone.
Well,
No,
JP,
no. Wait.
kept Dave in control.
No, there's a hanging song.
Yeah, there is a hanging song, but you kind of kept Dave low key, right?
Why am I? Or maybe there isn't a hanging song.
I don't know that there is.
I don't think there is. You're right. But there's still plenty of death and destruction. Oh, yeah. Guy blows up a craft pulp mill.
Yeah.
Kills everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
We've had to limit Dave in the ensuing years.
Yes.
Number of hanging
How are we
songs.
doing on the who are we doing on the guitar auction?
Yeah, what's the update?
Nothing yet.
Really?
What?
Nothing further
So Stephen Baker got the win?
so far.
Well,
my God.
you can't let Stephen Baker get the win.
Yeah. So
The hell?
Okay.
Well, we can always, if people want to maybe donate to the SPCA and we can combine it with the winning guitar bid, they can do it on PayPal and we'll combine it into one payment to the SPCA.
Yeah, well, whatever. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
If people can't
Also-
afford $800 for a guitar.
Also, I just wanted to say too that another thing that's going to happen this year is there's going to be big news from Boucher. Boucher's coming here in 2 weeks. We're going to do some more content with them. We're doing the clinics at G&G and Citadel Music in Halifax, and the 100th J.P. Cormier signature model is about to be built soon. And the plan is to give the profit of that sale of that guitar, which is a lot of money, is going to the SPCA. So, yeah. What was that? A gopher?
No, that was a squirrel.
They don't have there are squirrels at the SPCA. Jesus Christ!
They take anything.
Okay, next. Fuck. Jesus.
I got a super
Help
chat
us
from
all.
Stephen Baker.
Stephen Becker.
He says, I'll be the road manager and drive the bus, no charge.
Yeah, you
There
don't
you
want to
go.
let him drive nothing. I'm
No.
going to let him drive a tricycle in my
Yeah.
place.
I wouldn't let him drive a Big Pen.
He thinks the sidewalk is a highway. I've seen him do it. Okay, next.
Super chat from Ted Whitmore.
Ted
Hey,
Whitmore.
Ted.
Attaboy, buddy.
Right on.
I wonder about pick break-in. I tried going to a fresh new one recently and proceeded to break a few strings. A coinky dinky?
Ooh. What pick is it?
No, picks don't break strings. Arseholes do. And you're
Yeah, Ted.
yeah, Ted.
Yeah, take that, Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, put that in your pipe
So-
and smoke it.
Picks don't break strings. That's not what causes string breakage. And if you're actually hitting the strings hard enough to break them, you need to change your right hand technique. And if that doesn't work, then there's something wrong with your guitar. You've either got a sharp saddle,
Yeah.
or you're hitting the strings too near the saddle, which causes them to abrade.
Yeah.
They rub on the saddle like this and break, right?
Or the break angle's too sharp.
Or the break angle's too sharp.
Yeah.
But your pick should never cause a string breakage. You should check to see, how hard you're playing.
You're not getting a divorce, are you?
Yeah, no. You're not like frustrated in some way. So, yeah, it's not. It has nothing to do with it.
No.
I end up using new picks. Like I'll give you an example. Right now I'm using a Golden Gate, which is one of the most beautiful tortoise style cellulose kind of picks that you can buy. It's like they talk about Blue Chip and all these guys, but these guys make great picks. They've been making picks for 30, 40 years. They're the ones that built the David Grisman dog picks and they're just great picks. They're very well beveled. Apollo's the same way, Tone Slab's the same way, Blue Chip's the same way. But I used a big Clayton on this tour. And if you Claytons are fantastic because they have such wicked tone, but they have no bevel. So when you start using one, you can feel the pain of the guitar.
Right.
Because you're beveling,
you're dragging it over the top of the string.
You're beveling it by playing it, right? Which is the best bevel.
You're breaking it into your style,
But I never broke strings, even with a Clayton that had no bevel on it. Was basically just a flat brick,
coming off the string.
So
hard.
you just gotta double check your right hand technique, how you're attacking the strings. If you're attacking them, like I've said before, if you attack strings, like flat on like this, you're going to put a lot of pressure on them. If you tilt the pick, it takes all the pressure off. All kinds of things like that. Just be careful what you're doing and that you're not hitting the strings too far back by the saddle because that'll cause them to break. And if that's not what you're doing, then check your break angle, the angle of the string behind the saddle to make sure it's not too sharp.
Yeah.
Or if they're breaking at the headstock, make sure that the nut slots are pointing towards the spindles where the strings are going, right? And lastly, the most rare reason is the hole in the spindle could have a burr on it, which can weaken the string and break it. That's about it.
Yeah, there's mechanical issues with the guitar that can sneak up on you.
Yeah.
But
pick change should never cause you to break strings. That's not right. So just double check how you're playing and check all your angles and make sure everything's pointed the right way and angled the right way. And I wish you luck.
Don't forget, save the bees.
Save the bees.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel for you because if you are using a new pick that hasn't got a good bevel on it, you could well be playing harder than you think. That's the key.
Where's your string breaking too?
Right.
Like that's part of the
It's
equation.
either breaking at the saddle or the nut.
Yeah.
So one or the other.
Yeah.
If it's breaking at the saddle, you could well be playing too hard with an unbeveled pick that's not broke in, right? But chances are, if you're doing something like this, or an Apollo, or a Blue Chip, or a Tone Slab, they all are beautifully beveled. So you should never have any problem breaking anything
off.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this thing. It's just like slick as hell.
It's a dandy looking pick.
Beautiful looking tortoiseshell design too, yeah. But next.
Super chat from Ian Rossiter.
Ian, buddy.
I think it's not connected, but I think it's this one. My mandolin needs a cigarette after you and Jake played it, by the way.
That's a great man. He had a Larrivee F style.
No.
Oh God, it was just horrific.
You know what? A Larrivee F style Mando is holy grail.
There's only like 7 in the whole world.
It's holy grail.
It really is.
Yeah.
There might be a dozen of those things on the planet.
Yeah.
Right? I played one. There's pictures of me playing it on Facebook. It was like playing a Lloyd Lower. It was just like that feeling, right? It was so good.
Jelly.
So good.
Jelly. I've got a great big instrument envy boner. Right
Yes. Larvy envy boner.
Oh.
Chernurks.
A super chat from Corey McCormick.
Corey McCormick.
Says, welcome back, you drunken buffoons.
Well, at least he's got one part of it right.
Yeah.
Certainly
Talk for
buffoons.
yourself,
Yeah,
dude.
Kiss me.
Yeah.
Connects.
Highlighted chat from Jim Waller.
Jim Waller.
How you doing, brother?
So cool to see you and intro you to my wife and friends. Gunning is here on the 19th, and I'm going to go see him. Welcome back, missed you all.
Yeah, Dave will really. Well, Jay's been at that venue before, but he's gonna love it. It's a great spot. It was sold out. Incredible, beautiful hall. I had a good time that night. It was a lot of fun.
Super chat from Stephen Baker.
What?
I was just imitating Baker in the
Right?
bathtub
Yeah.
tonight.
He
Minky whale.
Yeah, he lost.
Or
his,
stinky
he
whale.
lost his penis-shaped soap. Next, what's he saying?
What? Make it weird.
Oh, wow.
We have
His
to go to a
soap
really
though.
weird place.
Yes.
His dill soap.
Stop it.
Dill soap.
Turn around, back on the rails.
His soap breaker.
No.
His vibe soaper.
No.
It's double-ended soap.
No.
His double-ended soap.
I'm gonna have to go to
Shit.
Oh, sudsy.
Oh God.
He makes a lot of bubbles with it.
Oh yeah, I bet ya. Especially afterwards.
Yeah, it gets frothy.
Stop it.
Connect.
Yeah, too much.
Wait, didn't he have something to say?
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll give the
You
poor
fucker.
man a chance to speak.
We don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, give the poor guy a chance to speak.
Yeah. He's
Next.
What's he saying?
He says, is the 100th JP signature model sold yet? I'll buy it.
Oh no, it's not.
No.
It's not built yet, but it's going to be built this year apparently. So just they gave me the heads up. So that's
Yeah, so just keep buying them, Sudsy, until you hit the 100th
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
He also says that if someone else wins the guitar, so if someone beats his bid, he'll add $200 for the SPCA.
Wow, wicked
Oh.
Baker.
But
Thanks,
someone
buddy.
first has to beat his bid, who they haven't
Right.
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
What is the bid? Just out of
It's
curiosity.
$800.
Okay,
Sudsy's still on top,
all right.
so to speak.
They're not even going there. Connect.
We might have to leave it open for a couple days to see if we get it.
No, we're doing it tonight.
Okay.
Sorry, tough shit. If you're not doing it tonight, we're not doing it.
I've got a super
there was
chat.
30 or 40 people hounding me for 3 weeks about this guitar.
I've got a
Where
sup-
are you now?
I've got a super
Where
chat.
are you? You've been fucking calling me for 3 weeks. Where are you now?
Wait,
Why are you yelling?
I've got a question, a super chat, if you will.
I should have another
Proceed.
drink.
Where's Clam Disaster?
Clam disaster.
Where
Yeah,
the holy
clam disaster.
freaking-
You might not have got the notification.
F
maybe?
are you?
Okay, next. What do we got?
Oh, let's see. What do we have? We have a question from Nicolo Dorio.
Now that's going to be new.
I never met
Totally
that name
new.
before. Yeah.
Wicked. Nicolo, welcome to String Theory.
Cheers. Burp.
Cheers, Bert.
Hey, buddy! A kindred spirit.
Kindred spirit.
Eastman Guitars. What are your thoughts?
What's that?
Eastman Guitars. What are your
I
thoughts?
love Eastman guitars. I've been trying to get some Eastman action on the channel, but unfortunately, Eastman is owned by such a humongous conglomerate that they have no interest in dealing with me whatsoever. They don't need me at all, and I would love to feature their AC 922C. Is a Grand Auditorium. It's the highest guitar that they build, and it's a friggin' masterpiece. And I've been trying to get one. You see them on Reverb every once in a while, and they just don't exist in stores. They're so hard to find. They are very prevalent in Europe, like the high-end Eastman stuff, and like the the 40, I think it is like a vintage Martin D42. with the torch and the headstock, abalone all around, sunburst. Like, oh, they're gorgeous guitars. And I've seen a few of those. I've seen one in Sound Pure down in North Carolina, which is also one of the world's biggest Boucher dealers. I've seen one in Toronto before, and I'd love to have them. I'd love to show people Eastman. I only play Eastman mandolins. Those are my favorite mandolins. I have 3 of them now. I actually picked up another one cheap because we went to Sachin Guitars in Regina. He's retiring.
What?
Closed the whole store. Everything was going at 40% off.
What?
And so I bought another Eastman A style, which is gorgeous. It's one of the best mandolins. Jake almost stole it from me. He's like, I gotta have this. I'm like, no, you can't have it. So that's actually 4 we have in the family. I have the 2 that I use all the time, which are a match set, an F and an A style, the same model. And Ginger plays one, and now I have an A style gloss that's a model above hers. That's incredible. They just make great instruments.
Eastman is the last word in Mandos.
They are.
Yeah.
Any carved top instrument.
Yeah.
Cellos, mandolins, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can't, it's hard to beat Eastman at the game they're playing. Like they make a very niche amount of instruments that appeal to a very...
But they are the defining standard for a Mando.
They are.
Like hands
I love
down.
them. I love them. For that, for Chinese instruments, you can't beat them.
Yeah.
You cannot beat them.
It's like the IBG stuff. It's like Epiphone and Gibson. Like
obviously, if you're going to go buy an F5, a Gibson F5, you're going to get a better mandolin.
Yeah.
But if you want to spend $2 or $3 grand on a mandolin, buy an Eastman.
Yeah.
Or an Eastman guitar at that level is awesome. So yeah, I hope in this year that I will be able to strike some kind of relationship either with a dealer or Eastman themselves. Because, let's face facts, Boucher sells Eastman tops.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And also...
Sells Eastman their stock.
Sells the
Yes.
Eastman,
Yeah.
And Boucher has sold Eastman complete Boucher guitars to be distributed in China because they're so famous there, right? So Eastman has bought whole Boucher guitars. They've ordered 12 at a time to take to China. So there's a huge mutual admiration society between Eastman and Boucher, as many people love Boucher and the wood that Robin sells, right? So yeah, I'm hoping this year I can really feature an Eastman. I'm going to do the mandolins this year for sure.
Yeah.
Because they're just awesome. And the only reason they keep falling behind is because I have so many guitars here.
The pile
it's
is still
ridiculous.
sitting there from
there was 11 when I left, and there's
Yeah.
still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
They keep growing. So
Yeah, not the...
there's still 7 to go. I gotta go to G&G and pick up my Fender Twin Reverb, my vintage 1975 Twin Reverb. Gonna do a video on Cody's custom electric he built me, which is like the best electric guitar I've ever played in my life. And a bunch of stuff from Brickhouse is coming out. We've got Bridgeports, we got Avenires, we got all the Maestro Hosen guitars that are coming out. It's awesome. This year is going to be huge, and that doesn't even count what Boucher's intending to do. Yeri, Yamaha, Gallagher's coming out with new stuff this year that's just going to blow your mind.
You don't have a lot of time.
No, it's crazy. There's so much going on, and I got so many friends in this business, builder friends, that are behind us 100%. They're just giving me content. It's awesome. It's awesome to watch this. And now with George Crackett and Blackwood Guitars, there's 2 more high quality bench builders. Man, we're having a field day here. It's awesome. I love it. Recording King too. There's a RD342 there that's killer. Yeah. That has to be reviewed. Like
You can't even go on the road anymore. You're
not
really
really
too busy.
No. I got to stay away from my partners because I do.
Yeah, you do.
I go into
Stop
Gibbs
going
and
to the shops,
Epiphone,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, which guitar do you want? You want this one, this one, this one, this one? Like, they're trying to give me stuff off the
Yeah.
Montana bench. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, review this $24,000 custom J200.
Yeah.
And just we'll send you a packing slip, send it back to us, right? Like, they don't even care. They're just like, here, take this, take this, take this, take this.
I got to fix that
Right.
thing for you so you can start making videos.
Oh, we'll be fine. It's still working. It's good. We can look at it if something happens to it.
Don't turn it off.
There's a lot of effort there for nearly nothing.
You know,
Jesus.
it was finessed.
What do we got?
A question from
Finesse.
Steph Kerwin.
What?
Steph Kerwin.
Not new.
No, Zach. What?
No,
What?
Steph.
What?
Steph.
Steph Kerwin.
Steph
Yep.
Kerwin. Like
That's
Kerwin,
new.
like Kerwin Vega.
Ow.
Ooh, ow.
Hurt my own nipple. Ow.
Oh,
Jesus.
man, I
now
got
the
the
both
shirt.
now both hurt.
Oh, suck it up,
I
muffin
got
top.
purple nurple now.
Muffin top.
Muffin top.
Muffin top. I got a big pile of shirt in there.
You're a brave man for somebody 25 foot off the ground.
Oh, God.
That's not how high up he is.
You're
You'll
an
be able to
ass.
throw him up a bit.
You're an ass.
What's Steph
For
Kerwin
somebody
want?
sitting on a stool.
And your point is?
You ready?
I'm supposed to argue
Good?
with that?
No. Okay.
Steph says?
Good?
What?
You good?
Yeah,
All right.
what?
Great to see you at the Moonshine. As a guitar player and piano player, I occasionally overdo it and get tennis elbow or tendonitis. Do you have any exercises or stretches you do to keep from getting such injuries?
Yes, I don't strain to play, ever. So if you read my book, which is unavailable,
Great.
That's funny because I was just going to say, what fucking book?
if you read my book, I wrote a book.
Which you haven't read yet. Or wrote yet.
No, I wrote a book called On Primary Color, and there's like a 10-page forward talking about how to achieve fluidity when you play, and it's literal. You have to consider yourself when you're playing. The hands, from the neck to the end of your fingers is just water, and if you put any tension in what you're doing, you're gonna hurt yourself. I did it to myself. I ruined my hands by the time I was like 27, 28 years old from doing this, like straining to like putting way more force, kinetic force into the muscles
Than you
to
needed.
play than I needed. And after I had the surgery, the hands worked so well, I was like, wait a minute. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do any of that. I just have to just relax. And I can gain all the speed, all of the clarity just by relaxing. Will increase your speed, clarity, tone, economy of movement, all those things, right? So if you're hurting yourself while you play, it isn't because you're not warming up. It's because you're not getting relaxed enough while you play. You need to be very aware of how much energy you're pushing through your muscles when you play. Because if you don't, you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to do nerve damage. You're going to get carpal tunnel. You're going to get ulnar damage. You're going to get all these things that happen to people who just burn their hands out from going, ah!
Is there different instrument constraints? Like, is the fiddle harder to do that than the guitar
The
is?
fiddle and the piano are incredibly difficult to get liquid on.
Right.
Guitar is a little easier because you're drawn up into yourself. But the violin, you're holding an instrument up like this, and this is going like this.
Yeah.
And both shoulders are involved. The piano is the same way. Like both shoulders and both hands going downward.
Yeah.
It's an unnatural movement.
It's a velocity-based instrument.
It's a velocity-based instrument in an unnatural position. Same as fiddle, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be really, really aware of how much gasoline you're pouring through the carburetor when you play.
Do you know what a carburetor is?
Yes. I'm 100 fucking years old. What do you think? So anyhow, what was that?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Is it Chris's fun train? Fun Joe Louis Vachon in the tunnel train?
I don't know.
Anyhow.
Oh, it was just me sending you a text telling you to blow me.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, carry on.
There goes
We're
the
all on the
sponsors
edge
on this video.
on the edge of
I'm
earth.
sure the SPCA is glad
the
to be
SPCA is
associated with
really
it.
happy.
Outstanding
They're
citizens.
loving this. Anyhow, but that's the truth. You have to be very aware of how much energy you're expending, and you'll be able to play better, faster, longer than if you tense up. That's what causes all the damage is not being relaxed. You gotta just be very relaxed. So whatever you have to do physically, don't use any kind of, don't use drugs or anything physical to get that way before a show. Learn to sit backstage and just zone out. Just imagine everything from your head to your thoracic outlet just turning into jello. And relax everything. And then when you go out on stage, you just imagine you get no bones. That's how I think about
Like
it.
a cat.
Yeah. and I say thoracic because that's where all the problem occurs, is in the thoracic outlet. You can have severe problems from being a musician right in here, and it causes all these nerves around the back of your arms to shorten because you're tensing and you're crushing your chest muscles all the time and it causes a thing called thoracic outlet syndrome. Same thing as carpal tunnel, only it happens in there. They call it the heart attack muscle. It's like the same pain from a heart attack, right? And I'm telling you, it's gross if you push yourself too hard and burn yourself out. So be very relaxed. Zen. Do a lot of shoulder rolls. Get your neck, just stretch everything out before you play.
That's what
And
Stephen
then
Baker
just
does.
relax.
Yeah.
Relax when you play.
Stephen Baker.
God knows what he's saying he's
Yeah. I'm not going to say what he's saying.
doing. Next.
I got a question from Chris Deering.
Chris Deering. That's new.
Yes, first time caller.
Deering,
Says.
I hope Deering banjos.
Interested in your opinion / recommendations on Thumbpick. Do you have a favorite or go-to? First time caller here, but big fan.
I certainly do. I use today the Fred Kelly flick picks. That's what Chet used, and Jerry Reed used, and I've used the standard. There's one. So the standard kind of this is a national large. These wear out and break right there, and they're great. I used them all my life. But the slick pick is virtually unbreakable, and the tone is incredible because it's softer. You can hit it harder and get a lot more flap and slap and Chet and Jerry and dirty like that, and you can use
not
it,
worry about it breaking.
and not worry about it breaking, and you can use it as a flat pick way easier than this giant rigid national, right? I still use them both.
How about the tone between the two of them?
This is better because it's softer,
Yeah.
right? So it's a darker, warmer tone. This,
And you can draw down on it harder.
yes, this thing here is a more brittle tone, right?
Yeah.
So, that's what I use now. I've been using them for years, but I discovered this when Chet gave me his pick when I was about 23 years old at Waylon Jennings' birthday party. Chet, I ran out to the parking lot in Waylon's house and had Chet sign my guitar, and he gave me a pick, and it was a Fred Kelly or a Herco, the same idea. This very soft, floppy but rigid nylon pick, and that's what he used. But I have a feeling I've seen him with pictures of those, the national style picks as well. I think he may have changed depending on what guitar he was playing, what kind of tone he was trying to get, or what kind of speed he was trying to get. But generally speaking, he used the Fred Kelly style slick picks. That's what Jerry used. They're just they're funner to play with. They get better tone, better speed, whatever. So there you go.
Good question.
Yeah, it's a good
Awesome
question. Great question. Yeah. Good. Next.
Jack's digging to China over there. How you doing,
know.
buddy?
He's trying to make a bed.
It's a carpet.
I just gotta find a place on the carpet to sit down.
I don't know. I swear I buried a bone there last week.
Buzz Gold gifted 5 memberships to your channel.
Whoa.
Sweet. Way to go, Buzz.
Thank you, Buzz.
Love you, brother.
We got a super chat from Larry Reindress.
Larry Reindress, local Larry.
Wait,
Smells local to me.
I can almost smell Larry from here.
Yes.
Will you be having a string theory get together in the future?
Yeah, I really want that. I really would love that. I mean, it's going to be hard to do it with.
Maybe in the summer.
Yeah, I think what we're going to end up doing is like maybe getting everybody down to Citadel that can come from this area, and do a live string theory
And do a G&G up maybe in Antigonish or something.
Like it would be incredible to do something like that. And it's getting so big now. It's like, yeah, I'd love to do something like that, and have at least the people that are around here come in. And,
And Larry, like, just get off your sorry ass and walk across the street.
There's the door.
Yeah, like it's 50 paces, dude.
That's right, buddy.
Yeah, stop phoning it in.
A super chat from Stephen Baker.
Stephen Becker.
Please talk about rights ownership. How did you manage to own all your own stuff? What advice do you have for others? Feel free to rant about.
At 10 after. Please,
please
let me lead you down the garden path.
No, I don't
At
mind.
Vimeo
It's a
for
quick
many
answer and it's a friggin' brilliant question. So it's very simple. Nowadays, publishing and all that stuff doesn't even matter, because there's so many societies on board that monitor music usage online, which is where all music's being used, right? Nobody's releasing records for other people.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing that, all you have to belong to is your local, your country's local radio royalty society.
Yeah.
Ours is SOCAN.
Yeah.
In the States, it's BMI. And then other than that, publishing is useless.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with anything anymore. So the minute you write a song, it's yours. It can't be stolen from you. As a matter of fact, to this day, in Canada, there's never been a contention in 60 years. 60 years since somebody said that guy stole this, that. And you know who the most famous one of all is Lightfoot, who sued Whitney Houston because her greatest love of all song was the chorus of "You Can Read My Mind," and he won. Yeah, like a huge amount of money. So it's the only thing you have to do is make sure your songs are registered with your country's, recognized society, and after that, when you put a record out, you use CD Baby or Easy Licensing or whatever. Like we have all of my royalty collection for everything, not only Spotify, Apple, blah blah blah, but even YouTube. When people use music on YouTube, we have a single company. Is it Easy Licensing or CD Baby that does it for us?
The licensing?
Yeah.
Easy Licensing. Easy
Licensing is assigned to collect all my royalties from everywhere in the world, and they do, and it comes to my PayPal account. Yeah. It's a big deal, right? 20 years ago.
Easy Licensing doesn't collect the royalties. They just license the song for the...
Right.
For everyone else.
But then
CD Baby collects.
CD Baby collects it, and YouTube pays it, and whatever. Yeah. But it's so much easier than it was.
It's so much more monitored than it
exactly.
was.
Yeah. I actually make more money now affiliated with these online companies than I did like managing my own
10, 15, 20 years ago.
It's crazy. I don't have to produce licenses. I don't have to do any of that
stuff.
You
don't have to lift a finger now.
No. You make sure the song's registered with SOCAN, BMI, Harry Fox, whatever the hell you're
Harry
Fox? Harry Fox.
Harry Fox.
Harry Fox Agency. Yeah, so there you go. So let's get the last few in there, Ginger. Next.
I'm not sure what Stephen Baker is referencing with this one, but he sent a super chat that says, "Who wiped JP's arse when he had the big surgery?" I don't know what he's talking about.
I have
Nobody.
Yeah.
I wrapped
what surgery
a plunger handle in toilet paper and wiped my own.
This is when you broke your back?
No, it's when I had my hands, 2 hands in casts.
Oh.
Up to the elbow yeah. I'm a real man. Nobody wiped my ass, and nobody will
Wowza.
ever wipe it.
Wowza.
Next.
Wowza.
Oh dear.
Could never.
Can never.
How about we don't have any more bids on the guitar? How about you play another song and
No,
See
we're
if
we're
we can
we're,
push
we're
it.
well over time now. So if you got no super chats left,
we'll
we're
have
gonna
one
ask
more.
the question.
I got one more.
Give her,
It's also from Stephen Baker.
Stephen Becker.
It's very hard to imagine I have no bones when I'm surrounded by Coot and Michael Easter.
I don't even know what
I guess that
means.
makes him nervous.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, he's referencing the relaxing while you play thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Is that all of it?
Pretend you had- I'm just checking.
All right, here we go.
What?
Okay, the question is:
Kirsten.
we got 5 people on the list.
Already?
The big giveaway this year is going to be an awesome giveaway because we got such wicked partners. There's a bunch of people talking about doing this, and the other thing for this year. So the question, it's going to be a tough one. It almost going to have to be somebody who's really paying attention to what's been going
Steve
on.
Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many shows did Gunning and Cormier play on this tour?
Now play a song on the guitar.
This is a really
It's
nice guitar.
quite a sweet
It's a
sounding
beautiful
guitar.
sounding guitar. I can't believe it, but it really is. And it stayed together for what, over a year,
Yeah.
right, Ginger?
Yeah.
Like, it's done really well. So, anyhow, so I guess Baker's the winner, is he?
Why? Oh, what? Of the guitar?
Of the guitar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Come pick it
okay,
up.
who's won the 2 spots on the
List.
list for the big giveaway?
Well, I like Ted's answer, in that it is correct without actually knowing. He says all of them.
All of them.
You played all of the shows that you were supposed to.
You know what?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not wrong.
I'm,
He
I'm
also-
giving him that
Go
one.
ahead, Ted.
Well, hang on. He wasn't actually first.
Oh, he wasn't
Oh,
first.
wait.
Shit. Okay.
I was scrolling. The
Damn.
answer was 32.
Nope. Well, that's not Gunning and Cormier. That was, yeah, I can't say.
Yeah.
I did shows by myself before the tour started down there.
So what was the answer?
I can't tell you.
Okay. I'll start reading. 34, 12, 34, 62, 31, 62.
Nope.
Esteban?
Esteban.
31, 32, 24. Not enough. 62, 23, 37, 32, 27.
Jesus.
61. All of them. 64. Or sorry, 40, 62, 64. 5,150.
Okay, boys. It's between 25 and 30.
Between 25 and 30. Okay, hang on now. 28?
Oh, close.
So close.
20. No, I'm just naming names. 27.
Yes. Who
Okay.
got that?
The first one with 27. Oh, wait. I missed one. Hang on.
Oh, wait.
First one with 27 was Eli Patrick Music.
Oh, right on.
Eli.
Eli's on the list. Eli Patrick Music, you're number 6. And you don't even need to send an email.
No,
you know
we
who
got
we
you.
are.
And the second one with 27 was Glenn Legg.
Glenn Legg is another one from the last time, I believe. It's 2 G's, right?
Oh, it keeps moving. Yeah.
So Glenn just sent us a quick email to jpcormier38 at gmail.com. jpcormier38 at gmail.com. So make sure we get your email. And yeah, I mean, this is incredible. We're so happy to be back with you guys after all this time. And it's just awesome. Really missed you guys. Really missed you guys.
Wednesday night routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'm just trying to get this thing.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just trying to hook shit up again. And this thing's just turned right off and left us. We're not very good at this here.
Oh, I did miss Stephen Baker. I saw he was actually first. 61 days and 27 shows.
There you go.
I missed it entirely. Was he already on the list?
No, but he'll get there. There's
It's sudsy.
43.
Yeah.
There's
Stephen.
43 spaces left.
I read 61 and moved on.
So it looks like Stephen Baker won the Amazon guitar too. Mm-hmm. Is it $800?
Yep.
All right, buddy, you got her.
He says he'll pick it up in May.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll bring
Sure
it with. I'll bring it with me when I come down.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it. There's going to be a shit ton of pissed off people.
Well, you didn't tell anybody you were doing it, so it's,
Yeah, but they all are on here. They all are here.
So,
And guys offered me thousands of dollars for it, so, well, whatever. You
tell
got
them they
it,
can send
Baker.
the money to the
Snooze, you
SPCA.
You got it, Baker. So there you go, boys. There's another Scrang theory for you. The first one in 61 days. Well, we did a couple on the road, but the first one at home.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Coote, my good friend.
JP
Couldn't do
Cormier!
without you. The lovely Ginger.
Woo-hoo.
Thanks to all our
Jack and
partners
Jill.
and sponsors and our brand new people, George Crackett and Blackwood Guitars.
Yep.
Here's to
Cheers, everybody.
a great 2023 with lots of new guitars and cool people and stuff.
Stay safe till next Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.